Hi, this is Dot Porter. I'm the Curator for Digital Research Services at the University of Pennsylvania Libraries. This is one of a series of brief tutorial videos that will show you how to use some different tools to access primarily OPEN, which is the Open Manuscript Data Portal at the University of Pennsylvania. This tutorial, however, as you can see, looking at the Digital Walters, which is another open manuscript data portal at the Walters Art Museum and is actually the model that OPEN is based on. The reason that there's a separate tutorial looking at the Digital Walters is that, one, I want people to be aware that this collection is here, and I want them to know how, some ways that they can access it. Also, it's important because, as I mentioned at the end of the tutorial video looking at using Down the Mall to access OPEN, the structure of the Digital Walters is different. So you can use Down the Mall to download image files for individual manuscripts, but you can also use Down the Mall to download all of the TEI XML manuscript descriptions at a time, which you can't do in OPEN because of the way that the site is structured. So here we are. We'll start very quickly with looking at how to download manuscript images, just to see how it's a little bit different from doing it at Penn. So let's access Walters manuscripts here. So this is a list of all of the manuscripts in the Digital Walters. If you want to, you can access the TEI separately here, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. So we are going to browse images. Here we go. So this is giving us all of the images. This is going to look familiar if you've looked at OPEN. So you can see there are 4 different levels of image that you have in the Digital Walters, which is different from OPEN. You have the full-scale TIFF image. You have a 300 dpi TIFF image, so that's quite a bit smaller. You have standard all-purpose. That's what SAP stands for, standard all-purpose JPEG, which is the kind of thing that you'd expect to see in a page-turning interface. And then you've got a thumbnail, and that's what we're looking at here. So if we've already used Down the Mall, we know we come down here, come to Down the Mall, and very similar to OPEN, if we scroll down, we're going to see that all of the image files are linked here. Now, we have Open Thumbs and we have Open Web, but these image files are named differently from the ones in OPEN. So we're actually going to have to create new filters. We already know how to do this. We go to our preferences. Here we go. So here are all of our existing filters, including Open Thumbs and Open Web. Well, now let's say we want the Walters standard all-purpose. So we're going to add a new filter. We'll call it Walters SAP, standard all-purpose. It does that thing again where it takes me to that one, but that's fine. I go back. I go // let's see, standard all-purpose over here, _ SAP.jpg. All right, great. _ SAP.jpg. So I have created that, and there it is here. So we go here. I unclick Open Web because it's not doing anything. I click on Walters SAP, and we scroll down, and there we go, all of the SAP. I don't want to download it to my OPEN because I want to keep them separate, so we'll put it in Walters / let's see, this is W7 / SAP. I'm going to keep them named the way that they are, and so we've finished downloading all of the standard all-purpose JPEGs for this manuscript in the Walters. You could do the same process for the thumbnails, the standard all-purpose, and then the 2 different TIFFs. 300 TIFFs are always going to be 300. You can see these are mostly 600, but for some reason the first one is larger. So you'd want to take that into account when you're creating your filter. But the next thing we're going to do is get the manuscript descriptions. So you can grab it directly from here. The TEI XML is here. But what if you wanted to get all of it? Well, that's one of the nice things about the digital Walters, is that all of the TEI XML is in one place. So if we go to that one place, then we can get them all. So we go into Data, we go into Walters Manuscripts, and then here there's this folder that's Manuscript Descriptions. So we click on Manuscript Descriptions, and you can see here are all of the TEI XML files that we want. Great. So how is this going to work? Well, let's go back to Down the Mall. Down the Mall. Here we go. And you can see here are all of these documents. So let's see if there's an existing filter that we can use to grab the XML that won't also grab other things that we don't want. And my guess would be documents. Do you think documents will work? No, documents doesn't work. How about software? Does software work? Software won't work. All right, so we are going to have to add another filter. This is, again, you go to Preferences here. There we go. There's our filters. We want to create a new filter. We will call it XML files. And this way we can sort of reuse it for other websites if we want. And it does that thing again. All right, XML files //.xml. And in this case, since it's something that we might reuse on other sites, I'm going to go ahead and do that $/i. All right, so we've got our new filter, XML files, and you can see it here too. So we're going to click on XML files, and then when we scroll down, all of the XML files are checked off, TEI XML. Let's make sure that there aren't any other XML files. I don't believe there's any XML other than the TEI XML on this page. I think we're good. So we don't actually want it to go in W7. We will put it in a different one called TEI. All the TEI will go there. Start. All right, there we go. 398 out of 398. Go down to Walters, TEI, there we go. There's all of the TEI in one place, should you want it. So you can see too that this could be used for any website. I'm showing you how to use it to get manuscript data, but any website you go to, you could also use Down the Mall. It's a really great tool. So that's the end of the Down the Mall tutorials. In the next set of videos, we'll be looking at combining Down the Mall with other tools to access websites for manuscript data that aren't quite as straightforward as Open and the digital Walters are. Thank you, and I hope this is helpful.